Wow, the public teacher is here once again, and today we are going to have a powerful section. Useful during marriage, useful after marriage, useful before marriage. We are on the usefulness series and we are having a wonderful time already, and the comments coming in shows that indeed these beautiful videos we bring to you are making impact. Are you being useful wherever you are, whatever you do, regardless of your situation? Are you being useful? Well, this is the public teacher Ronti once again. You can also call me the Golden Queen and I'll respond. Always a pen in my head. But today, I just want you to know that even before, after, or during marriage, you still have to be useful, because it's important that you know that in life, it is about the fulfillment of your destiny, the purpose for which God created you. That is what you have to indeed work on. Don't die with all that gold in you, because God has placed so many gifts and talents and gold, as I call it, in you. Don't die full. Rather live full and die empty, because I believe strongly, and the whole team here does, that God is going to judge you regardless of your religion, your education, your gender. He's going to judge you more on what you didn't do with your life, for that beautiful destiny He puts in you. That purpose you didn't fulfill more than any other thing. That means you have to fulfill your destiny to the fullest and die empty, so that you don't add up to all the gold in the cemetery others have left and have died. But you will die empty and your gold will be enjoyed by all, because the part you have to play in humanity is important. So play that role. That is why today we are coming with a short video on being useful after marriage, because we have learned before and during already. You will ask, how can I be useful after marriage? Well, disaster strikes, issues happen. After a divorce, you are no more married. What happens? After you lost your spouse, what happens? Whether you become a widow or a widower, what happens? Life indeed must go on. And one I want to encourage you on is that in all things, give thanks to God. Sometimes situations come and we don't really have control over it. But one thing I say is that if you can't change the circumstance, still you can change the way you react to the circumstance. Whether it's your fault or not that the divorce happened, just pick up the bits and pieces and move on. Just try to manage the situation and define your life by the purpose and not by the marriage. Because some people may never marry, but they are still fulfilling their purpose. They are still making so much impact in the world, more than some married people. And do you even believe that some people's marriages have broken them more than even making them? Hence, your marriage shouldn't define you. Whether you are married or not shouldn't define you. And regardless of the situation in which you are, you still have to shine and brighten the corner where you are. Hence, you have to fulfill your destiny regardless of the situation. All right, so I tell myself, are you the cause of the divorce? Fine. Just roll your burdens onto God. Just move on. Say yourself, life goes on. One of my daughters said, shake it off. Shake off the pity, shake off the sorrow, shake it off. Life must go on. There's so much to do in life than to still wallow in pain and in shame. I sympathize with you when you lose a loved one. I have lost my parents and sometimes I feel sad, especially on Mother's Day and Father's Day. But hey, life must go on. You can't cry over spilt milk and you can't collect a broken egg. Just have to move on. So I'm encouraging you today, move on with your life. Just move on. I am moving on. No matter the situation, I'm moving on. And one advice I also want to give you is that roll your burdens onto your deity. Whether you are a Buddhist, a Muslim, a Christian, whoever you believe in, roll your burdens. And after that, you have peace and a sound mind to fulfill your destiny. Because God is going to judge you once again for the things you didn't do than the things you did. So if your husband died, it's sad, but move on. Discover that talent, that gold within you. Develop it and deploy it to the world. Sometimes, do you know that there's good? No, I won't say sometimes. Always, there's good in everything, because all things work together for good. The good, the bad, the ugly, everything works together for good. Hence, you losing your spouse may be a blessing to help you develop that talent you have left so long and affect humanity and do much more in the world than just be married. So, you lost your husband. Yes, just go on. Just start where you are. Pick yourself up and do it. You see, one thing, as a geologist, I know one thing, that if you want gold, you have to do so much work. You have to go into the field, explore, see where the gold is, extract the gold. After exploring and extracting, you have to refine the gold. Gold goes through crushing and through chemical, so many things before the beautiful gold that everyone desires comes to bear. The same with you. Sometimes these death and divorce and all these issues that lead you to lose your marriage and still not be married. It's a crushing process. It's a refining process to bring out the gold in you. When you have that mentality that everything is for a purpose, you don't cry too much over issues. It's good to cry. Once in a while you cry. It even takes away that heavy burden. But after that, know that your crushing period is here. Pick up, go on and bring out the gold, bring out that talent. Because hey, it's not easy to be divorced. Some divorces can really cause you to almost lose your mind. But tell yourself, this is not what defines me. Marriage doesn't define me. Before my husband came, before my wife came, I am who I am, and I am the creation of God, and God created me for a purpose. So now that my husband is lost by natural means or by a divorce, I still go on. Arise, shine, for your light has come. And this is the time you have to shine now, not when you are old. Not when you are old, holding the stick, because now that you have strength, hit it. You may be divorced at a very young age. If you want to marry, I advise you, marry. Marry. Life goes on. But if you don't want to marry, do other things with your life, but make sure you make an impact. And push your life forward. Okay, so let me give you a few strategies on how you can manage life after marriage, being divorced or a widow. Continue to work. If you're in a career, put in all your best in the career. Time heals. Pain heals with time. Issues heal with time. When you are busy, you don't even realize the time. I just asked, what's the time? It says 6. I said, already? Wow, we've been shooting and it's already 6. When you are engaged, you are busy, you don't realize time. And the time keeps ticking and going. Hence, continue to do what you are doing. Whatever your hand finds to do, do it so well. And let your focus be on it and not on the divorce or the loss of the loved one. And you realize that your life will keep moving and things will get better. Develop yourself too. Develop yourself so much in that area. If it's a business you want to start, research more, spend more time to develop that business. I heard of the case of KFC, as you all know. He was an old man before he started KFC. And now look at the chains of KFC, and we all love that juicy chicken, isn't it? He started at an old age, which means that your life is not over until you are dead and gone. And hey, don't take that gold to the cemetery because there's enough gold there. Hence, develop that talent. Continue to develop yourself and let us do a great job. Marketable. You see what I mean? As I said, let's just continue to work and make so much impact. See, you get busy, and these are the beautiful paper bags we do. You can learn a trade, something beautiful like this, and make some money. You get busy as you learn a trade. I never knew how to do paper bags until I learned it. I never knew how to write beautiful citations like this until I learned to write. So when you are distressed, you are going through that loneliness of divorce and widowhood, just learn a trade. Go and learn how to sew. Do something with your time and you realize that you will not be lonely or feel down after all. And also, make sure that you take courses to get some promotion at work. Utilize your time. Read to show yourself approved. Develop yourself through reading through YouTube. I like watching YouTube a lot. Spend time watching videos like this to inspire you to know that widowhood or being a divorcee is not the end of the world. You can do so much with your life. And also, make impacts. Do some philanthropic works, go to villages, help, do something in your church, in your mosque, wherever you find yourself. Get busy, because the devil will find work for you if you are not so busy. Don't spend so much time watching TV, though TV is good. Don't spend so much time watching TV. Spend time developing yourself and let others watch you on TV. What do you think? And also, last but not the least, network, make friends. Get some good human resource around you. Get mentors, get friends, have fun. And as I said earlier, even if you want to marry again as a divorcee. Or even if you lose your husband and you can marry because you are young, life must go on. All right? I agree with you. So as we end this, I just want to tell you that when you feel in the day of adversity, your strength is small. But I believe that you will not fail through your divorce times. You will not fail through your widowhood. You will not fail when you lose a loved one, or after your marriage. You will not fail, but you would fulfill your purpose for which you were created. And on this note, I want to say thank you so much for allowing me to inspire you. Just develop your talent, fulfill your destiny, live to the full and die empty. And guess you shall receive a reward at last, because God will be pleased with you that you fulfilled your destiny and brought out your gold for the world to see. Be useful even after marriage, the same way you were useful before and during marriage. There are lots more series coming up. Usefulness before the calamity, useful before the breakthrough, useful as a friend, useful as a father, so many other videos. Just subscribe to my YouTube channel, Ronti Adjaku, RANTI ADJAKU. When you subscribe, put comments. You can even suggest topics useful in something you want us to talk about, and we shall research on that and we shall bring it to you beautiful and juicy, so that every one of us will learn and make our lives better. You can also call anytime and you will speak to the public teacher, moi, and I'll be there to say, there is gold in you. Bring it out for the world to see. I love you. Bye.